Howdy, nerds. The Fox is back. We're going to talk about that. Stick around. Welcome to Into the Garbage Chute. I am Tommy D, and this week we are talking about episode 3 of The Bad Batch.
4.
Episode 4 of The Bad Batch. So, but before we do that, let us meet the rest of the cast and crew here in the Garbage Chute. Swing around with us. From my left, your right, from the Outer Rim territory of Boston, it's the man, the myth, the legend himself, Daddy Louie.
Hello, children.
And from parts unknown, weighing 240 pounds, standing at an impressive 6'6" tall, recently paroled from the correction facility that I forgot the name of. It's Mr. Deacon.
Man, why I got to be in jail like that, man? What's going on
I
there?
thought he was talking about me. I'm just kidding.
I didn't know you. Wow. I mean, it is what it is.
And also standing at an impressive 6'6",
Yes.
weighing in 140
heel.
pounds per breast.
Damn.
It's the woman, the myth, the legend, Jake Wellen.
Hello.
Alrighty, and thank you, you gorgeous Gungan, for tuning in to our episode this week. We have a lot to talk about. Bad Batch, episode 4, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, episode 4. Lots to talk about before we dive into that. Daddy Louie, recap this for us.
Sure. So this week was the episode, I believe, was named Cornered. And it saw the Bad Batch having to make a pit stop on the way to safer grounds to fix their ship. Not fix their ship, but they were changing their decoding device on the ship.
Spoiler alert,
And-
by the way.
Well,
Oh yeah, there
Yeah.
will be spoilers.
there will be spoilers. And so the team kind of split up. Hunter and Echo. Echo, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. Hunter and Echo went with Omega into
Omega.
the town to get provisions, while Wrecker and Tech stayed behind with the ship. And Omega gets separated from the group like little kids do. And we run into a familiar face from The Mandalorian, which
Familiar
was a
voice.
big surprise to me because I didn't know that we were going to see anyone from The Mandalorian on the show, Fennec Shand. And she was very obviously there to try and abduct Omega by a contact that we didn't find out who that was. And so we spent the episode basically in a chase scene, Hunter chasing Omega, trying to find her, getting her back from Fennec, and then eventually at the end, the group escaping just barely and getting the heck out of there. I personally liked this episode a lot. It was probably my favorite episode so far of the show,
Really?
even though it did feel a little filler-ish.
Yeah.
The fact of the matter that we did get, a character that that I was familiar with. So it was a little more impactful for me, right? Because as we've mentioned on previous episodes, I'm not as familiar with the Clone Wars lore, the Rebels lore. So this, for me, was the first time seeing something really connecting to the movies and the Mandalorian, which is where my fandom primarily lies. So I really liked that. And it was funny. And it wasn't just Wrecker funny. I liked, like Hunter selling Echo as a droid. That was pretty hilarious. And of course, Wrecker is always funny. So yeah, I really liked this episode.
Mr. Deacon.
Yeah, I'm share the same sentiment as Louis, man. I was happy that they brought Fennec in, and when I seen, I was, oh, that's Fennec, before she was shot in the stomach, Fennec, so it is what it is. But yeah, overall, yeah, it was. I got agree with it. It's kind of fillerish. It's just questions, especially still wondering about Omega right now. you know, when we pop the bigger question later, I'm still wondering about her true identity and what's going on. Other than that, I like the episode. So it is what it is.
Jay Quellen, what questions do you have? Because I feel like you should have a lot.
Ooh, what questions do I have? So I didn't realize who that was at first, because you know her face was hidden, and I didn't make the connection of the voice right away. By the end, I was like, "Oh, isn't that Boba Fett's partner from Mandalorian?" Like I didn't remember her name, but I did recognize her a little bit into it. But I only know her from The Mandalorian. So I guess one of my biggest questions, first, I have questions, but what is Fennec's backstory? So clearly she's a bounty hunter, I guess. But like, what do I need to know about her? Oh, okay. So I figured you guys knew stuff. Maybe not.
Nope. The first
to my
time,
knowledge, she's a brand new character.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I've only ever seen her in The Mandalorian, and I'm a bad Star Wars fan because I haven't looked her up beyond The Mandalorian. I was satisfied with what we got.
All right.
And we've got Radio Beesh on the ones and twos pushing buttons this week. She's our producer. Oh.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good one.
So I also said, just like Louis, it's like, oh, so selling Echo was a fun plan. I love that he like went in disguise as a droid.
I thought that was great. I want to cosplay that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay.
I would need to lose like 80 pounds and my right
and a hand.
But you know, it's all for the love of cosplay. It wasn't that funny. It wasn't really that
I
funny.
thought, you know, back to like we've talked about daddy daycare in previous episodes. I thought it was pretty irresponsible, just saying, for Amiga has never been outside before, and she's running around lost in Panaloon or whatever. She's running around, she's never been outside of the place. She's hanging off of things and running in traffic and whatever. Like, you gotta watch her. She's a kid.
But so are they. I mean, the clones are about the same age as her. And I mean, they weren't really engineered or designed to be caregivers or to watch, you know, they're all self-sufficient. So they just have that, you know, built in that everyone can take care of themselves. Although they, you know, Hunter obviously, you know, he knows that she can't, but at the same time, he's like, all right, come on this mission with us. You know, let's go capture this awful moon dragon thing.
Yeah.
You know, let's go play with that for a little while. It's fine.
I guess they shouldn't have really let Wrecker out either, because he was
got
basically a child. Yeah. He was basically a child in the big city.
She handled their asses.
I mean, Fennec got him. Like, done.
Yep.
Poor Wrecker. All right. So, with that being said, I didn't care for the episode. I mean, it was good. It was okay, but it felt way too much like filler. I understand it was a vehicle to bring Fennec in.
Yeah.
And that was cool. When I saw her, I was like, ooh, hello. So I thought that was really good. You know, Ming, and she ended up doing the voice, which was awesome to have her do that. But I expect nothing less from Dave Filoni. You know, of course, he's going to intertwine all of his stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But
You're
yeah,
not happy with the Bad Batch at all, dude. Every week you've been putting poodoo in the Bad Batch.
I'm just, you know what? So far. Thanks for taking the time to watch this week's Into the Garbage Chute clip. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, and you want to see more, head over to patreon.com/Circle of Nerds to unlock more exclusive content than you could possibly imagine.
I don't know. I can imagine quite a bit.
You'll get it.
Or if you'd just like to show your support, patreon.com/Circle of Nerds is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Your love and support keeps us ad-free, allows us to expand, and will help us finally fix that hyperdrive.
would help if I got out and pushed.
Captain Soda, Mike.
But if you're not ready for that level of commitment, you can always listen to the show in its entirety on iTunes, iHeart, Pandora, Spotify, or wherever you get podcasts. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode.
Do it.